Hey guys, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video about running a Siege team. And today I want to talk about recruiting. And oh my god, recruiting is an experience. It is one that you will either love or you will either hate. Um, I generally don't like recruiting. I'm gonna say I hate it, dude. It's so weird. Um, I have this Siege team called Axis Esports, and currently my main role as one of the leaders is recruiting people, right? And you find literally every type of person. I found the PC Master Race guy. I found the stoner. I found the quiet, shy person, the rager, the talks a lot, the person who has zero experience, the person who has a bunch of experience. I've found so many different kinds of people. The flake, the one who's active all the time. It's so many different kinds of people, and it's crazy, like how many people there are that are actually like really cool to play with and know what they're doing in Siege. I think it's understated how many people actually know how to play this game really well. And I mean, recruiting people though is frustrating because first you got to put your post out, right? And then you gotta craft it so that you get the right kind of people. Then you figure out, oh, you recruited all these people, but they're all on a different time schedule, so you gotta make sure you have a time schedule, all that. And the big thing though is after all of that is you recruit someone and one of two things happens. They either flake out after a week or they stick with you for a while, and you got to figure. You have this player, you have an actual player. Then you have to figure out what they need to work on and if they're good fit or not. And it's a lot of work. It drains you of energy because when you're recruiting, you put out the post, you contact everyone, and then if you go to do something else, all of a sudden someone messages you back. You got to reply to that message. You try to go, I don't know, do laundry or something. Someone messages you, you go back. Oh, I want a voice call. So you go back to your computer, do a voice call, go do your chore. And so it's a process. There's one day I spent 8 hours on recruiting people, and 1 hour of that was spending time in a chat waiting for someone to get ready. Another half hour to 45 minutes of that was waiting for people to hop into calls. Another bit of that time was messaging people. Another bit of that time was playing with people and just trying to figure out if I like playing with them or not, if they actually know what they're doing. And, another bit of that time is writing up the recruiting letter. And dude, it's just like, it's so many things that go on at one time. And I would say, thinking about it, you probably spend 10 to 20 hours finding whatever demographic you're trying to shoot for, like a decent entry fragger, someone who's not toxic. When you have that type of player that you're overall looking for, it takes about 10 to 20 hours of recruiting per player that you're actually going to want on your team. And whether or not they stick with you is completely, out of the question. Like I said, you spend 10 to 20 hours to pick up one actual new player that's actually going to stick with you, actually play with you. That's overall how I've been feeling. Probably closer to 10 side. But like I said, man, it gets brutal and you're tired of, hi, I'm this. This is what our team is wanting to do. The 10th time of doing that is extremely frustrating. And it's hard to keep your composure and also play with people and also call people, So I'm actually not surprised that a lot of teams disband after 2 or 3 weeks because, it's really easy to look at recruiting and be like, I'm done dealing with this crap. I'm done dealing with it. We have our people. It's fine. It really, if you look at how everything is in the recruiting process and how long it takes, how much energy it sucks out of you, it makes sense because that is the part where you introduce people. And if you decide, oh, I want this person on my team, a couple weeks down the road, you realize they're not a good fit. Guess what that means? You got to go back to recruiting or spend time taking that person and turning them into the player that you were hoping that they actually were. And 9 times out of 10, that's probably not going to happen. So it is brutal for sure. So yeah, the least of your worries is those people that you get in a call and they're mean to you and you can tell that they're not an actually good fit for you. That's the easy part, is when you can tell someone, hey, thanks for your call, but no, we don't want you on the team. That's the easy part. And the hard part, like I said, is, hey, you're on the team, and then dealing with that and figuring out initially if that person's a good fit or not, right? Because what you don't want to happen also is, and this is why subs are an actual thing, is because what you don't want to happen is you recruit someone, say, yeah, you're on the team, also recruit another person, then you have a 6-man team and you like everyone on the 6-man. And you have to figure out who's going to get put into a sub position, who's going to get dropped, whatever. It's one of those situations where, you don't want that to happen, and so take some time for the process, But what I can say is that all this time recruiting is not spent in vain, because I can tell you, I think I've probably gone through, at this point, 20 or 30 different people, probably sent out more messages than 20 or 30 messages, and I'm definitely a better recruiter than I was before, and I kind of know how to get the, quote, interview dealt with faster, and I know how to ask the right questions and, actually get information out of people. I know how to write the recruitment letter to not give the wrong idea to people either, because that's a problem I've run into before, is giving people the wrong idea about what kind of team we are. So, yep, recruiting for your Siege team absolutely sucks, but it's a necessary price for admission when you want to have a Siege team, because you got to get players together, right? It can't just be your friends, because most of the time, at least in my experience, the friends that you met in school not all want to be an esports professional, Siege professional, ranked star, whatever you want to be. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. If you guys have any experience recruiting people, let me know in the comments below. How was your experience? Mine so far, overall, I think it's been a net positive, but it sometimes just sucks. Other times you find someone, I got the hiccups. You find someone who's a really nice person, and you're like, wow, I didn't, these people exist on Siege. And then they give you a little tidbit of information about a different training tactic or a different server that you can find different people on. So, yep, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.